Imagine a world where your smartphone never needs a charger plugged into the wall. Instead, it soaks up energy from the sun. That's where we're heading with solar-powered tech. Scientists and companies are working hard to make devices like phones run on sunlight. The idea is simple. Tiny solar panels built right into the phone screen or body catch the sun's rays and turn them into power. No more hunting for an outlet or carrying a bulky power bank. Just leave your phone in the sunlight for a bit, and it's good to go. Right now, this isn't something you'll see in every store. Most smartphones still rely on batteries that need regular charging from a plug. But some experimental models are popping up. For example, a few years ago, a company showed off a phone with a solar panel on the back. It wasn't perfect. It took hours in bright sunlight to get a decent charge, but it was a start. The challenge is making the panel small enough to fit without making the phone heavy or ugly, while still grabbing enough energy to keep it running. Phones use a lot of power these days, with big screens, apps, and constant internet. So, the solar panels need to be super efficient. Think about how this could change things. In places where electricity isn't steady, like remote villages or areas hit by storms, solar phones could be a lifeline. No need for a power grid, just the sun. Even in cities, it'd be nice to ditch the cords. Picture yourself at the park, phone dying, and instead of panicking, you just set it on a bench to soak up some rays. It's not fully here yet, but the pieces are coming together. Better solar cells, thinner designs, and smarter energy storage are making it possible. Soon, plugging in might feel old-fashioned. Solar-powered electric vehicles. Now, let's scale things up. Electric vehicles, EVs, are already a big deal. They run on batteries instead of gas, cutting down on pollution. But what if they didn't need to plug in either? What if they could sip energy straight from the sun? That's the next step in the solar tech boom. Car companies are experimenting with solar panels on roofs, hoods, and even windows to power EVs. It's not just a dream. Some models are already rolling out. Take the Lightyear One, a sleek car from a Dutch company. It's covered in solar panels that can add up to 70 kilometers of range on a sunny day. That's not enough to replace charging completely, but it's a boost. On a good day, you might drive to work and back without ever plugging in. Then there's Aptera, another solar EV that looks like something from a sci-fi movie. It's super lightweight and claims to get up to 64 kilometers a day from sunlight alone. For short trips, that could be all you need. Even big names like Toyota are testing solar roofs on their Prius hybrids, squeezing out extra miles from the sun. The catch? Solar panels on cars don't generate tons of power yet. A car needs way more energy than a phone. Think thousands of watts, not just a few. Covering a car in panels helps, but it's still a trickle compared to what a fast charger can pump in. Weather's a factor too. Cloudy days or long nights mean less juice. Still, the idea isn't to ditch plugs entirely, it's to stretch the battery further. If your car can top itself up during the day, you're hitting the charging station less often. That saves time and eases the load on power grids. Picture this: you park your car outside all day while you're at work. By the time you're ready to head home, it's gained a chunk of range for free. In sunny places like California or Australia, that could add up fast. Plus, it's clean energy, no coal or gas burn to keep you moving. The tech's not perfect yet. Panels add cost, and they need to be tough enough to handle bumps and scratches. But every year, they get cheaper and stronger. Roads full of solar-powered cars might not be far off. Can the sun replace plugs? So, here's the big question: can sunlight really take over from plugging in? It's not a simple yes or no. The sun's free, endless, and everywhere, which makes it tempting. Solar tech is growing fast. Phones, cars, even whole houses are tapping into it. But there are limits. The sun doesn't shine all the time, and even when it does, grabbing enough energy takes space and clever engineering. For small stuff like phones, we're getting close. For big things like EVs, it's trickier but doable as a backup. Think about how we use energy now. Plugs are fast. You can charge a phone in an hour or an EV in 30 minutes with the right setup. Solar's slower, it's more of a steady drip than a flood. That's why most experts see it as a team player, not a solo star. A solar phone might still have a plug for rainy days. An EV might charge up at night from the grid, but lean on the sun during the day. The goal isn't to kill plugs, it's to need them less. If your gadgets and cars can sip sunlight whenever it's around, you're cutting down on wires and bills. There's another angle: the planet. Burning fossil fuels to make electricity pumps out carbon and smog it out. Solar skips that mess. The more we lean on it, the cleaner things get. But scaling up means solving some puzzles. Solar panels need rare materials, and making them isn't always green. Batteries to store the energy can be pricey and tricky to recycle. Still, the direction feels right. Sunlight's been powering Earth forever. Plants, weather, life itself. Tapping it for our tech just makes sense. Let's dream a little. In 20 years, maybe your whole life runs on solar. Your phone's always topped up from a sunny windowsill. Your car hums along, sipping rays as you drive. Your house powers itself with rooftop panels. Plugs might still be around for emergencies, but they'd feel like a backup, not the main event. It's not here yet. Clouds, costs, and tech hiccups stand in the way. But the boom started. From pocket-sized screens to highways full of eaves, the sun's stepping up. One day, we might wonder why we ever bothered with cords. Nothing's perfect, and solar tech's got its hurdles. First off, the sun's picky. It hides at night and ducks behind clouds. For phones or EVs, that's a problem. You can't just stop using them when the weather's bad. Batteries help, storing up energy for later, but they're not cheap. Good ones cost a lot and wear out over time. If you've got a solar car, you need a battery big enough to hold a day's worth of juice, and that adds weight and price. Then, there's space. A phone's small. There's only so much room for panels. A car is bigger, but curves and windows limit where you can stick them. To grab serious power, you need surface area, and that clashes with sleek designs. Engineers are tweaking this, though. Newer solar cells are bendy and see-through, so they can wrap around edges or layer onto glass. It's getting easier, but it's not solved yet. Costs another snag. Solar panels have dropped in price, way cheaper than they were a decade ago, but they still bump up the tag on a phone or car. People might not pay extra for a feature that's not fully baked, and making them isn't flawless. Mining the materials, like silicon or rare metals, can mess up the environment if it's not done right. The dream's green, but the road there has some dirty spots. Still, every year, the tech gets slicker and the problems shrink. Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the Vault of Epic Facts channel.